through the first half of August, the Chiba Lotte Marines can't seem to get themselves at least a 3-game win streak, going back and forth between the win and loss columns, and it kind of shows in our record, 52-52-2, as we sit a game and a half behind the SoftBank Hawks. Remember, in the MPB, top 3 teams in the league make the Climax Series, and we are dealing with a ton of fatigue and a couple of knick-knack injuries as we face the SoftBank Hawks here at home. We are looking again to make the postseason. We've lost 5 of the last 6 games against this team, 8-10 against them this season, and we've got one true power bat in the lineup, Polanco batting third, as we take on Takeda. 4.54 ERA, not too shabby. I mean, hell, it could be 100 times worse. And again, a lot of these guys as backups, they're definitely going to have to play a couple days in a row if we want to get our better bats back in the lineup. So here's Takabe leading off, and whoa, nearly gets hit by the first pitch of the game. 2 consecutive pitches inside, and here's a third. It's going to rip down the line. It's going to bounce just fair and roll all the way into the corner. He will easily end up with a double. Hell, he could end up with a triple with his kind of speed. One of the rare S-tier speedsters in the game today. Speaking of S-tier speedsters, rest in peace, Ricky Henderson, the greatest stolen baseman of all time. NPB or MLB, him and Yakyyu Yamamoto, the only 2 players in the 1,000 steal club, as the guy comes around to score. We are up 1-0. Here's Polanco sitting 4th in the league in home runs, a far cry behind a guy like Reyes. Geez, 29 this season. He might cross 45, depending on how things play out. But unfortunately, he's going to ground out in a double play. Please ignore my cat meowing. She's sitting on my lap. Unfortunately, with that double play ground out, we're going to have to muster some offense, as Shitani's going to hit this one, bouncing into the gap and rolling all the way to the wall. He will end up with a double. Hopefully we can get another run across, as again, we are hoping to get as much as we can out of these backups as often as possible in this game. Pitch way on the outside is a strikeout. I am not sure what he saw there. Maybe he thought he was going to cross back over the plate, but do have a 1-0 lead. SoftBank Hawks, on the other hand, they're middle of their lineup. Double-digit home runs from the 3, 4, 5, and 6 batters today. On the mound for us is Ojima. The last time we saw him, he threw a complete game shutout, about maybe 3 hits right before the All-Star game. And unfortunately, he's going to give up his first hit to start the ball game. Next batter, trying to hit him with a changeup, and a ground ball to Chitani, back to second, over to first, as Ojima has to cover. If the season ended today, Kondo would be your batting champion at 380. He is well above the second place individual, about 60 points ahead, but unfortunately his batting average is going to take a bit of a dip on the fly out to second base. So through 1, we do have a 1-0 lead. Hopefully we can tack on some more with some of these backups. Ojima is going to give a big hit to deep right center field. It's going to bounce off the bottom of the wall, and this will easily be a double. I am not sure what the center fielder was thinking, as he, nonetheless, the Marines looking to get out of the second stands. A ground ball to second base, and that runner in scoring position will not matter as the side is retired. Threw him a bit of a slider. As honestly, I don't remember all my backups, so it can be a little. I'm gonna hesitate to know who everybody is. Takabe though says, "Hey, you remember me?" Hits a line drive to right field for the single. Second time he's gotten on base, and he is gonna steal second. Ooh, he gets in there just in time for the stolen base, and he will now be in scoring position. We can drive him in, but unfortunately, that's batter going to strike out on a pitch he really had no business swinging at. So, 2-away, our best power hitter, Polanco, ground ball to short, and that's not a good look. He's going to be out at first. 1-0 through 3. Bottom of the third, Ojima pitching very efficiently. Ground ball right back to him. He'll play defense himself, throwing him out at first. One of the better speed guys on this Hawks team. Unfortunately, grounded right to first. I don't know what Shitani was hesitating to step on the bag for, but step on there and get it out of the way, man. Don't hesitate. As he will now lead off the top of the fourth. And he's going to take a pitch basically near the batter's box and hits it into the left field gap. He is going to hustle into second as he is one of the rare kind of fast first basemen in all of baseball. He's rated at a B speed. Most first basemen, you tend to put a pretty slow guy there because you're not concerned about their speed. And dropping down a bunt or moving over, and it is going to be successful. Almost threw the ball in the back of his head. So now Oshida will attempt to drive him in. He's going to hit this into right center field. Shitani not even going to worry about a tag, and he'll slow run into home as this will be a double for the Marines. 2-0. Next batter, Yasuda striking out on 3 pitches. Unfortunately, they're all inside. Great pitching by Takeda, leaving the runner at second. And this one's going to be smacked into left field, rolling all the way up against the wall. The runner from second will score. So the second replaces home, and home replaces second. It is 3-0 in the fourth. Backup's playing pretty well at this point. Can't really complain. Ogawa swinging and whiffing at some pitches. He really should have had some patience and left alone. Nonetheless, we carry a lead going into the bottom of the fourth. High pitch by Ojima. It's going to get smacked into right field. And that'll be a base hit for the Hawks. The best power hitter smokes one deep into right up center. It is gone. And the Hawks put 2 on the board. 3-2 Marines. You gotta be careful throwing just, let's be honest, balloons to a guy like him. He is going to mash it every single time. And we pay for it on the scoreboard. Take a look at the replay. Oh, right. Man, he really just straight absolutely walloped it. Ground ball to second, and come on, you gotta dive at that one. Why do you not get to that? Chopper to first. Shitani goes to second for the final out. That's a little strange. Usually you step on the bag yourself. Like, Shitani is actually decently speedy, so he should be able to handle it himself. Nonetheless, Takabe leads off, looking for a third hit. It's gonna bloop over the shortstop's head, and that is the 3rd time he is getting on. 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts. You would think I would have played him more. I don't think I set it in the sim settings for him to play more often, as he's going for second yet again, and unfortunately he is going to get gunned out. It's almost like they pitched out at that point. Look at this replay again, and yeah, dead to rights. He had no shot. So 1 away. Nakamura smacks it into left field, left center field that is, and they'll make the catch. 2 away for Polanco. Absolutely demolishes it deep to left field. It is a no-doubter. So we double our lead to 2 runs, 4-2. His 17th long ball of the season. Good to see somebody can attempt to carry the offense at this point in time. I mean, this is what he's done the entire year. As long as guys have gotten on, he will smack you in, or at least smack you in the home plate. Next batter, Shitani, unfortunately, follows up. I don't know why you would swing at that, dude. Curveball. It was a problem earlier. Center fielder's gonna chase it down. Wow, he really had to hustle a long way to get to that one. Jump ahead to the 6th. Oh boy, please don't throw him another curveball basically down the middle. Instead, we go with a cutter. Gets him out. I'm surprised he wasn't swinging at that one. Seems to be a very aggressive hitter most of the time. Here in the bottom 7. Ojima still out there. He's going to pop up to the catcher. Let him do a little bit of work today. Not expecting Ojima to finish this one out. Fly ball deep to right field. It is just going to get out of here. Just barely get it out at 115 meters. 13th homer I believe that is. I'm honestly not sure. I'm going to keep it a buck. Nonetheless, they are down by 1. Ojima going to continue out there. Ground ball, chopper to short. He'll have to run towards second. Fire over to first. And I'm guessing we're going to let Ojima finish out the 7th. Oh, change up in there. Strike number 3. And that is the second punch out. Not the same kind of pitching game he had last time where he threw a Maddox under 100 pitches and a complete game shutout. So we're going to go to, oh boy, we don't have any relievers that are rested enough to take the mound. So we're going to call on our closer to get the 2-inning save. 23 saves and 37 appearances, 2-2 record, a 2.9 ERA as we are up by a singular run. And Yanaguchi comes to the plate. Not much of a power hitter, but he can definitely get on base with some contact. Smacks it into right field. We're going to make that first out. Second batter, known for his speed, might drop down a bunt. No, this one is going to be a pop-up, a fly-out, actually, to center field, shallow center. 42nd out. Next batter, known for power, not much in the way of contacts. Hits it high, but it's not even going to leave the infield. So make the catch and get out of the 8th inning still with the lead. We could really use some insurance here in the 8th. We'll have to do it against Ogata. 0.9 ERA, 4 saves in 15 relief appearances. Lead off batter, Ogata going to strike out. Sorry, that's Yasuda. Next up, it is Tamura, and unfortunately the catcher will strike out as well. No one able to make any contact at this point in time. Ogawa slices an inside pitch, and then he's going to bounce down, and he will be a 2-out base runner. Time for Takabe looking to get on base for the 4th time today. Smacks it. Ooh, doesn't get a lot of good contact on it over the 3rd, and unfortunately he will ground out. It'll be a 4-for-4 game for him, as we will have our closer go back out there for the 9th inning. Can he finish things off? If we win this, we are now a half a game with 2 games remaining in this series against the SoftBank Hawks. Ground ball. That is a out from shortstop to first. Oh boy. Please don't serve him up anything edible, if you get my drift. Slider hit, hard but foul, ripped way foul. 0-1. Cutter on the outside corner. He absolutely still gets a hold of this one, but unfortunately it will not hang up there long enough to fly out. That is the 2nd out. We're not out of the woods yet, but the next batter has got some decent power of his own. 0-2. Gonna punch him out to end this ball game. High fastball, ripped down the line. Foul in first base. Calling for the slider on the outside corner. Pops it up. Will make the catch and will take this ball game. We're not out of the woods yet. Despite getting this victory, gotta see if we're going to get back any of our starters, just given that we are so fatigued, so drained, and it's 2 days away from our off day. Off days in the MPB are normally Monday, unless there needs to be a makeup game. Masuda going to be named the player of the game. 2 scoreless innings coming in relief. As honestly, I thought Takabe should have been the player of the game, as you know, when he got on base the 3 times he did, he was the one that scored across the plate twice. But it is what it is. I don't make the rules for this. I gotta say, if you look at this box score, we get a lot of doubles. About 7 doubles in the ball game, which really help move things along. All right, taking a look at our growth report, CC Mercedes is going to get an upgrade. +1 to his 2-seam fastball, a very important pitch in his repertoire. Tomosugi making a 1-point improvement to his right-handed pitching hitting. Contact, to be specific, actually there really is no separation of power. It's really lefty-righty contact, and then power is a general stat. Pitcher Hirohata, I honestly have not played with him, so I'm assuming he's going back to 2nd team as the fatigue continues to sit in, as this is our best lineup. But you know what? At some point, guys just got to play through it. We are in the middle of August, nearing the end. Next episode. This video's not over. I will be skipping about a decent amount of time, probably a month, just so we can see if we make the climax series, that is the equivalent of the wild card in MLB. All right, we're going to be facing Otsu, 8-5 with a 2.56 ERA. Damn, some of these guys are having like very damn good seasons. Like, look at those ERAs, under 3, and we have to deal with them on a regular basis. Phenomenal pitching here in the NPB. 3 hits in the first game. Takabe, unfortunately, will ground out from short to first, and he'll have to rethink his hitting plan. That was literally a single pitch. You could have been a little bit more selective. Ogino, ground ball to the position he plays most of the time, over to first, and unfortunately, he will be out as well. Polanco, if you're looking at batting average, he's also up there in batting average, 314 for the season, tied for third, despite his contact. Blasted a homer yesterday. That was definitely a big reason why we picked up the victory in the first game of this 3-game series. Here in game 2, unfortunately, we do not get an opening inning run, as Tenaichi is going to be out there on the mound. Again, a lot of the same players going to be playing in this one, despite the fact we are now throwing out there a right-handed pitcher. Tenaichi sits 5th in strikeouts at 122. If you're wondering what the record is for a single season in MPB history, 400. Yeah, we're a long ways from that. Ground ball to second. Oh my goodness. Who is playing second? I almost feel like I want to get him out of second base because he just can't seem to handle it. And now we have to deal with a stolen base threat. Bunt attempt. And the pitcher's going to field it, throw it over to first, and at least the leader runner will advance. And okay, now we've got to deal with this nuclear hot-hitting batter at this point. 379, ground ball. Oh, and mud-footed is the second baseman. Right fielder will field it, throw it back into the infield. It's not going to matter as SoftBank takes a 1-0 lead. I am not sure what second base was thinking. And I don't have too many players that can play second. Oh, high fly ball deep to left field. It is just hooking foul. Wow. Whew. Almost shades of game number 1. And unfortunately, he'll strike out on a breaking ball, or an off-speed pitch, as a matter of fact, from Tenaichi. Fly ball, left center field. This ball is going to bounce down. The runner from first is going to come around. No, they're not going to come around from third and score. They're going to stay put. As SoftBank has 2 runners in scoring position, and Koyara has a 220 batting average with runners in scoring position with 2 away. Slapper to third, over their head, and in the left field. Polanco not going to be able to throw him out, not be more accurate in the back throw to second. He'll be safe. It is 3-0 SoftBank. Definitely nice slice of cake there. Strikeout from Tenaichi. Good pitching to at least keep it to only 3 and not make this a 5-0 game. We'll see what the offense does. Nothing, as a matter of fact, because we're back to the mound. Tenaichi, ground ball to second. Oh, come on. You got to at least reach your bare hand out there to get that. What are we doing? Come on. Oh, this pitch basically served up and sliding catch by our right fielder. Throw back to first as he'll easily advance back because, yeah, you don't want to be doubled off at first. It's a bad move. Rip to right field. No, not much of right field. It barely gets out of the infield. Oh my goodness. Runners on first and second. Tenaichi is falling apart, it seems like. But we really don't have the relievers to really be throwing out there. At least not any guys out there that I feel like will last longer than an inning or 2, and we're only in the second. Fly ball deep to right center. And we will come up with this one and get out of the 3rd inning. Or 2nd inning, as a matter of fact. It's felt like it's longer than it really is. 3rd inning, though. Hit the opposite way to left field. Polanco is not going to be able to get in here. Get it off the bounce. That'll be an easy stand-up double for the Hawks with 1 away. Back in the batter's box. He's already driven one in. Ground ball to second. He still can't get to it. What are we? Oh my God! Somebody tell me who he is. Somebody need to get him out of here. Maybe not in this game, but I will not play him at second again. Strike number 3. Ooh, wow. Yeah, is your knee okay? Because it kind of like broke your kneecap there on the ground. Yakyyu getting ahead. Strike 1 now. 2-2. Gonna lace him with a curveball. Got him! Staring at it. His 4th strikeout thus far. Stranding 2 runners on base. We still don't have a hit though, and with good reason. Ground outs to second, and the 3rd, and the flyouts. Like, this guy's pitching very well. Can't lie. All right, jump to the 4th inning. Right? Ground ball to 3rd in the inner infield, and he'll ground out. Come on, can we get a hit, please? Ogino slaps one in the right field, and he will be the first base hit of the game. Standing at first, and no, he's going to hustle around the second. He will end up with a stand-up double for Polanco, who can definitely blast one out. Swings and misses at a pitch low below the knees. Outside pitch, hits it high, but not very far. Third baseman will have no problem making a play. And next batter, inside pitch, Ogawa. Inside outs it to left field, and it's going to bounce down. Wow, I thought he caught it, which could explain why the third baseman hesitated. Good coaching by the third base coach to not tell the runner to keep going. Still got to drive him across the run. Shitani, ground ball up the middle to shortstop, and oh man, wipes out the run scoring opportunity. As you know what, the shortstop was playing pretty close to the middle of the field, and that's not a bad move, honestly. Cut fastball, blooped ahead of short. Come on, shortstop, it was right there. How did you not get that? The defense, the middle of the defense, is killing us, and the stolen base with 1 away. Too soon. Hit the second. Oh, you're actually gonna get it this time. Well, about damn time. So runner advances to 3rd. Power hitter here, smokes it in the right, but we're going to make the catch. We're going to get out of the inning still. Down by 3. 2 hits. Really got to string some together as we reach the middle portion of the game. 1 away. And this ball's going to be a slap. High and deep to right field. It's going to bounce down just fair, just inside the foul line. But because it was hit so hard, it's only going to end up with a single. Pitch down the middle. Ground ball to first, back to the shortstop covering second, and back to first when the pitcher covering, and the side is retired. That happened way too quickly. Power hitter smokes it in the left field. Wow, nice bit of contact there. 13 degrees launch angle. You usually expect much higher from a player of his caliber. Yanganita, fly ball, right field, and he's going to come up with it. So a 3-for-3 game is not going to happen quite today. Next batter grips it, and no one is defensively ready for it. My goodness. I swear, the middle of the infield is a problem. It was something I thought about upgrading as far as defensively. Hell, I tried to upgrade anywhere, but I just didn't see any players that would have made a lot of sense. They either were really old and could field but weren't very fast, or they didn't have a bat, or both. Like, when I tell you that the S through G scale is very much skewed towards the lower half, I mean it. Like, if you get a player with a C in anything, that's pretty damn good. Strikeout here in the 6th. Just knocked my mic out of the way. Ogino, ground ball to second. We can't seem to muster up any kind of rally. We're only down by 3, but we've given up 11 hits as we look to change pitchers. And yeah, some guys are severely tired. Some guys could really go back out there. I could have put any one of those guys with the yellow around their number, but I chose not to. Go with a fresh on. Ground ball short to first. We'll get the out here in the 6th. I'm surprised we kept him out here. Yakyyu is going to field it himself, throw him out at first. Maybe in the offseason there'll definitely be something there, but we're not thinking offseason. Come on, dude. Why'd you hit him? I know you didn't do it intentionally, but and it's going to cost us. Liner to right field, and what do you know? Runners on first and second. 2 away, 3-0. And listen, I know he took us deep yesterday, but you didn't have to hit him, dog. And that is exactly what the catcher was telling him. Not looking good. Bases loaded, and a gentleman coming up with a 375 batting average with runners in scoring position as we call on Masood. Why is he out here? Wow, our manager really is like, yo, we don't have nobody. It's really more so my fault. Shitani going to field it himself and step on the bag. That'll mercifully end the inning. I will admit, I probably should play some of those guys that are marginally tired a bit more as opposed to just going with the fresh on. But I mean, hell, Masuda's not fresh. He just pitched yesterday 2 innings. Ogawa slaps it in the left field. It's going to get down and roll all the way to the almost all the way to the wall. Nonetheless, he's going to slide in there safely with a double as we finally get somebody in scoring position yet again. But Shitani coming to the plate, 1 of 7 with runners in scoring position. This is what happens when you don't play that often. Rips it to left field, but it's not going to have enough air under it, and Agino will have to go back to second. Oshida batting .500 with runners in scoring position. Hits the cutter or curve or slider, not even sure. Deep to right center field. It is going to get out of here. Oh, wow. I thought the center fielder was going to make that play. Oshida, second homer of the season. Maybe we play him a little bit more. It is 3-2. Do we have a comeback in us? We are only a half a game behind the Hawks for third place in the league. But, you know, we still have like 7 weeks left in the season, so, you know, we can't really get our hopes up. We just got to go on a wing streak. And you know what? Hitting for power like this from guys that are unexpectedly hitting it, we will take it. As Masuda is looking like he's going to warm up and go back out there for the bottom of the 7th. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll switch pitches. I don't know, because it's not a save situation. Fly ball, left field. It is going to be caught in a glove. The side is retired. And, why are y'all? Yeah, I'm going to let y'all interpret this how y'all want to. It looks funny. Let's just put it that way. Masuda going back out there. Cutter. Can't get it, reaching out his glove. Shortstop. Damn near being over in second base territory. And the runner will be safe. They're going to look to move him over. Bunt in front of about 4 players. They all almost collide, but one of them, the third baseman, able to throw him out. Runner at second. Yamaguchi coming to the plate. 10 of 35 with runners in scoring position. No long balls. I mean, hell, we don't want to give up one now. High fly ball. Deep to left field. It is going to be out of the reach of the center fielder. Second will replace home. Home will replace second. 4-2 SoftBank. And the manager is just not sure what the hell to do with ourselves. Their manager, they definitely see what they're doing. 2-seam. Hit into damn near the same place. God damn it. We have Polanco playing out there. He doesn't really have the action timing to make those kind of plays in the gap, as now Shuto will come to the dish. Oh boy. Masuda, ground ball, back to him as he slaps off of his glove as he attempts to field it himself. Fires over to first. It is not going to be nearly in time. And the catcher is going to talk to him again. Oh boy. Can we get him out of here, please? I don't want to gas him. Thank you. Jeez. I'm like, I don't want to gas him out any more than he needs to. As we call another reliever. He's got a 2.31 ERA, but you know, that might not matter a whole lot as he's got 2 runners on base. Lefty situation. Curveball. Ooh, wow! Almost threw his arm out of his shoulder. Nakamura. Hell of a strikeout there. Of course, we face the best hitter in baseball today. Batting .370 against righties and lefties, and the runners will run, but it's not going to matter. As good job. Just good job. Just good job getting out of that one, man. Like, seriously. As there's going to be a defensive change. The catcher and the right fielders are both going to be swapped out. Defensive change here as Hirasawa comes to the plate. Not much of a contact hitter. Slaps it deep into right center field. It is going to get caught. Disappointing. He's not much of a power threat either. But Tagawa, ground ball. And first baseman will step on the bag himself. We are not showing much patience. We're just swinging at whatever's there. Takabe, very slow roller up the middle, and he will beat it out. Listen, his speed is definitely an asset. We should really be utilizing it more. Ogino, slapper up the middle, shortstop, fires hard to first. And with emphasis, we are out of the 8th inning without a run. Nakamura going back out there. And oh my goodness, deep fly ball, left field. Oh boy. Yamakawa? Ooh. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. Nonetheless, he has given the SoftBank Hawks a lead. It is 6-2. And that might be all she wrote at this point in time. But we still have a chance. Down by 4. Polanco slaps it over the shortstop's head, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Why didn't they converge a little sooner to make that play? Nonetheless, Polanco will end up with a leadoff double, as they are now going to call on their closer. 0.86. Yeah, actually, this is not their closer. This is their setup, man. As Ogawa coming to the plate. I really could use him moving him over, but, you know, we will take... Oh, well, we're going to go take a seat back on the bench with a strikeout. Next batter, Shitani slaps this one not very hard, but pretty high to right field. Polanco will retreat back to second. We are 1 out away, going right back down to where we started when this video began. A game and a half underneath the Hawks. But Oshida is batting .545 with runners in scoring leads and Chopper to second. They're going to field it, and we're going to end this game 6-2, 17 hits. Just a horrible outing by all pitchers involved. Doesn't matter who they were. Starter, reliever, closer in a bad situation. As, oh boy, 8 innings of 7 strikeout baseball. We really didn't do ourselves any favors. A 2-run homer sounds nice, but when really almost no one else gets on, or we can't even advance them over to play the small ball that you need to in this league sometimes, you know, or in baseball in general, you know, you're not going to win a whole lot of games. Next episode, we will end up in the month of September, and I'll kind of see where we play things out as far as whether we make the postseason or not. If we do, you'll see it. If we don't, we won't.